Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask for your prayers up for the people of Nicaragua. That is down below Costa Rica, which is just above South America and south of Mexico. And that is because they have had a 6.8 earthquake here early in the morning on Thursday, April 21st, 2022, and it's pretty dang shallow at 10 kilometers. So definitely the people, the fishes, and the animals are going to be feeling it. And I'm still trying to wrap my head around Russia invading Ukraine, which never sounded like a good idea to me. But so Russia has 144 million people. Ukraine has 44 million people. So it kind of sounds like Mexico at 128 million people invading Canada at 38 million people. Did I make a good point there? I'm just trying to say it just seems really weird. But yeah, these days are definitely dangerous and strange. And not a lot makes sense sometimes, but we do know we've got some severe weather coming up 48 hours from now. This is Friday. We're looking at a pretty severe weathery day. The 22nd is kind of the severe weather day for today. The area of looking out for. The sun has been kind of super duper freaking out with lots of sunspots and coronal mass ejections and solar flares. I don't know, I think we've had like 20 coronal mass ejections and solar flares, and look at those. Wow. In the last week. This was the M9 that just happened earlier. Here is another look at the X-class, X2.2 class flare that popped off just before the M-class flare. So yeah, these are definitely interesting times. So you've got Russia invading the Ukraine, Israel activating its Iron Dome against the central Gaza Strip. People are not really getting along very well in a whole lot of places on Earth, and especially having border issues. Bernadette Baum letting us know that Russia tests nuclear-capable missile that Putin called the world's best. Well, yeah, these are crazy days, dude. Nestle Chocolate and Water was like, hey, man, we are confident that if we hike our prices, it's really going to help us meet our 2020 goals. Endgame World War III is like, hey, man, global alert warns of cyber Russian attacks on critical infrastructure, including water, power, communications, transit, and information. I guess China's 43-day total lockdown is just a big celebration party for new China oil giant CNOOC. So it super soared and made a ton of money in its Shanghai debut, although the city was locked down. So this photo must have been taken earlier. Sarah Butcher is like, hey, morning coffee. 35-year-old trader dies at his desk. JP Morgan bankers alone inside offices. Do you really need to be in an office right now? I don't know. Can't you work from home, bank? I don't know. Anyway, rest in peace, rest in power, or rest wherever God takes you. We are approaching eclipse season. We are approaching all the gas giants kind of bunching up on one side of the solar system. So and then the sun continues to super freak out. So we will continue to be on the lookout for more earthquake and volcano activity. Culture Vulcan, the Sabancaya volcano erupted. Its active explosive se poursuit incandescence visible sur la image nocturne. Explosive activity is ongoing. Volcanic glow inside the nocturnal picture. Oh. And if you were wondering where Sabancaya was or is, it's still there. It's in Peru. So you had a volcano eruption here, and then you had a 6.8, 6.9 earthquake in Nicaragua. Then you had this long dragon thing happening. So that's one, and then two, and then you got a third one coming in. So yeah, these are crazy days and interesting times. I'm here as your planetary defense commander. You guys are awesome, and I appreciate you. Strange days, though. Weird times for sure. Hey, this is the part of the show where I remind you that A, you are awesome. B, I do a fundraiser every single month. And because y'all are awesome, I only have $364 left to raise for April. You guys are so cool and so good to me. I super appreciate you. And I give you my all. If you would really like to make a contribution to help me hit my goal, I got a mailbox, a PayPal, a Venmo, a CashApp, a Patron. You can make a contribution too. And please, let me thank Asteroid Fight Club. And thank you to Gretchen and Megan and Mary and Michelle and OGF and Carol and Avriel and Cody and Tyler and Justin and Jesus Loves Gays on Facebook and Carmen and Riley and Rix and Darlene and the Texas Angel and Robert and Karen and Patricia and Alexis and Lauren and Barbara and Glenda and Arnica and Lightsoul and Dan and Marlita and Brian and Ann and Max and Miguel and Susan and Teresa. Every time towards the end of the month, when I read it, I always feel so grateful and appreciated. And I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great night. Have a great morning. Have a good weekend. Happy Easter week. It doesn't technically end until the Sunday on the 24th. Look out for wild weather on the 23rd and strange days ahead. God bless everyone.